Sagittarius, how are you? I'm going to do a reading for current energies. As always, please just take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story, so I sure appreciate each and every one of you. And if you appreciate what I do here, please, please, please hit that like button. Blink right there. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really makes a difference to my channel. And I'd love to see my channel continue to grow, so help me out. All right, Sagittarius, the next 7 to 10 days. What messages do we have for all my Sagittarians for the next 7 to 10 days? Grateful, thankful for these messages. First card out for you is the King of Wands coming upside down. Now, this could be you. This could be somebody you are involved with. This King of Wands is a fire sign. But, you know, when I see the King of Wands show up, they don't always... I don't know. You can't believe everything a King of Wands says, all right? Because this guy... I feel like, you know, something's got to end with this person, this energy, because this is somebody who talks a lot, you know, doesn't say what they really mean. They can be a con artist. They can use their charm to get whatever it is they want. They could be a player, right? We do have the Death card crossing it. So I think you're reaching that point where, you know, something has to end. Something's got to give. You know, this is just something, some energy that you just can't continue with, you know, especially if, you know, this is somebody who never says what they mean. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is somebody who says a lot, you know, but they don't follow through on any of it. So, you know, when it comes to this King of Wands, I feel like actions speak louder than words, all right? What else do we have here? We have, coming up on top, we have the Magician to the Three of Coins coming upside down. Now, listen, you know, some of you Sagittarians, if you have been wanting to manifest a job, working by yourself, all right? Because whenever we see the Three of Pentacles, a lot of times it's an energy about working with your coworkers, having other people helping you. And here, you know, I feel like you don't really want to work with other people. So you want to manifest something in your life, Sagittarius, where you can work on your own. And I feel like, you know, this Magician is very, very bright, all right? And I feel like if that's what you want, that's what you shall have. So if some of you have been wondering whether or not you can really branch off onto your own and do your own thing and do your own work, I think it's a really good time to do this, all right? I really feel like it's now or never, right? You know, so why not take this chance? Now, this is not saying quit your day job. This is saying start walking towards, you know, the energy so that maybe you can one day quit your day job, right? You know, if this is really what you want, because you really hate coming to work and having to deal with all these people, and you hate getting up in the morning and the alarm clock going off, and you want to be on your own schedule, and you want to do your own thing. I think that the energy really wants to support that, all right? So if this is something, I'm telling you, go for it. All right, now in the recent past, I feel as if some of you guys have maybe recently lost somebody in your family, in your community. You know, we do see like there's like a funeral, you know, but I'm also feeling like with this card, some of you may have just recently experienced like a spiritual awakening, you know, where life just got really bizarre, right? I mean, that's the best way I can say it. You know, and it's one of these things where, you know, it's like everything that you thought mattered, you know, didn't matter, you know, and everything that really mattered all of a sudden was glaring in your face. And, you know, I mean, you had an awakening. And I think even the awakening comes in dealing with this energy of this King of Wands. Now, if this is you, and you're the King of Wands, you know, and it's just like, quit talking about it, you know, and make the changes you need to make for yourself and move on with it, right? Because when we have the King of Wands, again, if you want to build your own business, you know, the King of Wands is the energy you want. Holy cow, you sure do. But you've got to make some changes, right? So I feel as if some of you, you know, Sagittarians have had this real awakening as to, you know, I got to do things a little different. Now, at the bottom of what's going on here, we've got the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands is upside down. Now, this guy, he's upside down. You know, like, the news isn't good. But again, I feel as if, you know, well, who's holding this up? You know, is it you? Are you holding it up because you're hanging on to something that, you know, is all talk? Again, the Page of Wands says, well, if you want to initiate this and you really want to move forward, well, then you're going to have to do it. Because if not, this is where we are. Right? So, like I said, this Magician here says, if you want to manifest this, well, you could, if that's what you really want. So what do you really want? All right, again, and look, you can't pretend anymore. All right, what do you want? All right, this is a card that says, you know, you've been trying to balance life. You've been trying to make things work. It just hasn't been working for you. You're still not happy, right? You're doing the best you can, and maybe it's not all that bad, but it's not all that good either, huh? You know, because here it's just like you can't pretend that you don't want something to change. And there's this real need of like, I just want to do my own thing. I just want to, you know, you want to be a Sagittarian is what you want to be. You know, the Sagittarians are the teachers, the philosophers, the travelers. Do you know what I mean? They're the ones that go out in the world and they come back and we want to hear what they have to say. That's you, right? So I feel as if, you know, you want to have that freedom of movement, you know, as alongside this financial stability that comes with that. So I feel like, you know, now or never. I think you realize that this is the time. And there's a lot of anxiety that you've been sitting up with. Because you have to make these decisions, right? If you need to cut somebody out of your life because they're holding you back from moving forward, then we need to do that, right? And here, this is you choosing not to do this. And here, you know, you want to pretend that you're not at this point. But to continue, it's getting harder and harder, isn't it? See, and this is what the Death card says. If you're going to try to hang on to what you've got, you know, and it's not what you really want, nor is it what the universe wants you to have, you know, and there's all this stress and there's all this anxiety and your money is really, you're not making things work and you know you've got to make a big change and you don't know how to make it and you're feeling really unsettled. Four of Swords coming upside down as your final outcome. I think at some point, all right, we have the Nine of Wands coming upside down as well. At some point, you have to cut your losses, Sagittarius, and say, you know what, I'm not going to keep trying to make something work that I don't enjoy. I'm not going to keep trying to, you know, pretend that this is really what I want to do the rest of my life. I don't want to keep pretending anymore, you know, and you're choosing not to see, you know, that, you know, you really want to go in another direction. And we have the Two of Swords. If you make that decision, you're left with that one sword, that sword of truth, that sword of power. And then we have this Page of Wands. Everything that you've been wanting to do now, you can probably do. But as long as you're in the situation you're in right now, it's not working. That's what the Two of Pentacles reverse says. It's not working for you, Sag. Let's get another card out for you. The Emperor. I mean, this is like high authority, right? And I feel as if, you know, you're ready to really take control. You're ready to take that seat. All right, this Emperor is sitting in his seat. And notice he has this armor here, right? And we have, you know, this guy over here, the wounded. You know, now you're going to sit in this seat. You're protected. You've got all this experience under your belt. And you're going to do the things that you really want to do. You know, if this is what you want, just to build your own empire, you can do that. Now, for some of you, there's an issue around your father, all right? So, and this is just a side note, not for everyone, because I am feeling that, you know, maybe recently, you know, your father passed or, you know, they might be ill and you might be really worried about them. You know, so I am feeling that energy. And if your father has passed, I feel as if they are a real guiding force, you know, because a lot of times when we see like the Emperor and the Empress show up, it can be, you know, our ancestral spirits as well. So I feel as if there's a guiding spirit here that's going to help, you know, really bring you a little bit of strength and courage and some stability. All right, you know, because, you know, the Emperor is number 4. All right, and the Emperor brings that structure that you need in order to make that magic that this magician wants to have happen. But you can't pretend to keep going in the direction you're going. So anyway, get out of that state of confusion. You'll feel better and you'll sleep better at night, all right? So take what works, leave what doesn't, all right? Sagittarius, it is what it is. This resonates for whoever needed to hear it. Until the next reading, be well, all right? And I will see you there. Until then, bye now.